Good evening and welcome to the VC3 News Update for Monday, July 31st, 2023. I'm Shalisa Nanton. The government has started the process of re-energizing and investing in youth, especially in the cultural and creative economy. Culture Minister Carlos James, who was also in attendance at Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves' press conference last Friday evening, said that the government is trying to carve this country's space in the $500 billion global industry. He said the One Family concert to be held tomorrow at Victoria Park is an embodiment of the government's investment in developing the creative industry.
An investment in our youth. A lot of the performances and the production teams and all of the local artisans will be fully immersed for the display of the Vincentian and our CARICOM colleagues and the region. They have started rehearsals for a few weeks now and going into 2 a.m. at mornings and back at 7:30 at mornings, rehearsing to ensure that we have a very wonderful production to showcase on August 1st. And of course, our local acts, the Prime Minister outlined the cast. We have published the number of the names, but we're talking the era of Pose and Beckett will be featuring, and moving from that point to James P. Kevin Little, internationally renowned Kevin Little, to the period of Fireman Hooper and of course Skinny Fabulous, and the emerging youth, Just Bus Camp, and a number of other young persons, Grabber Finesse, who will all showcase and JR, who will also showcase their creativity.
Dance will be a part of tomorrow's event as local dance companies are collaborating to put on a display of creative aspects of local and regional culture. Lovers of the drums will also have the opportunity to hear our talented drummers in action.
The event starts at 2 p.m. with a kids fair, and we're ensuring that it's a full family event, as it's dubbed One Family. And so we are asking the parents and the children to come out from 2 p.m. where we have a kids fair, which will run until about 5 when we start the official event on the day itself. So from 5 p.m. we're expecting to see the start of the actual event on Stakeside, and will run likely into 10, 11 that evening. But it's a very packed, tight production, and we're encouraging persons, particularly the public transportation system, the van men. It's a holiday, but we're encouraging you to put on your transportation so we can get people coming to and from Victoria Park on August 1st, because we're hoping to have a full cultural celebration.
A craft and culinary exhibition will also be a part of the event. The One Family concert will feature some big names from the region as headlines. Among them are Luciano and Jamil of Jamaica, and Alison Hines and John King of Barbados, as well as Grenadian Talpri. St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be among the list of countries vying for the Miss JC's Caribbean title in Antigua tonight. First runner-up in the Miss SVG beauty pageant, Shadine McLean, joins other delegates from host country Antigua and Barbuda, Haiti, Montserrat, Dominica, British Virgin Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and St. Lucia. This year, the coveted regional pageant, which is celebrating its 60th production, will be held at the Antigua Recreation Ground from 8 tonight. St. Kitts and Nevis, Nakira Nichols is the reigning Miss JC's Caribbean Queen. The Miss JC's Caribbean pageant can be viewed live on YouTube and Facebook via ABS TV Radio. Still with our local stories, local agro-processors of North Leeward are more equipped to boost their production levels after consultations were held among various stakeholders within the agro-processing sector in the community of Chateaubelair recently. This initiative, which was organized by the Ministry of Agriculture, was aimed at improving varying levels of production within the agro-processing sector through product diversification, quality assurance, economic empowerment, and value addition. The sessions were done by Trinidadian specialist consultant Mehandra Ramdula, whose area of expertise lies within the agro-processing field. Minister of Agriculture and Forestry, Fisheries, Honorable Sabote Caesar, expressed his satisfaction with the outcome of the visits and consultations inclusive of Chateaubriand, Beckway, Rainforest Seafood, VC3 Fresh, and the construction site of the arrowroot plant at Orange Hill, among other stakeholders, and noted that the positive feedback indicates that this move was not only welcomed, but the consultations were successful. The Agriculture Minister said that stakeholders within the agro-processing sector were ready to capitalize on numerous ideas and avenues offered towards growth and expansion, helping them to make more informed decisions. Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture, Honorable Carlos James, expressed his pleasure with Ramdoula's work and his advice given to obtain the most suitable equipment for agro-processors of Chateaubriand. He praised Ramdoula for his level of professionalism, noting that the agro-processing specialists would be guiding the process going forward. Minister James revealed that the consultations have aided a program significantly that is going to be operationalized for the training of the youth and women to enhance their skills set in North Leeward, and added that this move falls in line with sustainable livelihoods to assist the vulnerable communities. The agro-processing consultancy exercise was funded by the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture. The mission of agro-processing consultancy is to provide expert advice and recommendations to stakeholders within the community of Latin American and Caribbean states in an effort to create greater opportunities among member states while building capacity within the agro-processing sector through a shared platform of knowledge and skills. And Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said at a recent press conference that Cabinet had approved the purchase and compensation of 4 properties in North Windward in order to reconstruct the Overland Bridge. He also noted that the authorization was obtained for the purchase of homes and compensation for people who must be evacuated in relation to the Coastal Sea Defense Project at Sandy Bay. Approval for a contract to the OECC for the construction of a number of roads amounting to 31.78 million EC dollars over a 24-month period was also given.
Decisions were made yesterday concerning the acquisition of 4 properties in the area to rebuild God Save the Queen Bridge at Overland. That project is there to be proceeded with. Then the Cabinet approved the purchase of properties and the relocation of property owners at Sandy Bay for the construction of the Coastal Sea Defense at Sandy Bay. And there were several properties in that regard. Cabinet also approved yesterday the contract to the OECC for a number of roads amounting to $31.78 million. And the minister will say what these roads are. This is over a 24-month period, these particular roads. This is one phase, one set of the projects under the money which we had borrowed from Taiwan.
Dr. Gonsalves also disclosed that 237 farmers of arrowroot will receive income support at a cost of $426,401,000. This is being offered as a result of the volcanic eruption and the arrowroot factory's delayed completion.
Yesterday we took a decision to provide an income support package for 237 arrowroot farmers who are unable to harvest rhizomes in 2023 due to the impact of the volcanic eruption on the delaying of the completion of the arrowroot factory at Orange Hill. They've been being paid the sum. You remember in 2019, 2020, they were paid the full sum, but this would be a 25% since there was no planting or anything. But to keep them with income support, this is $426,401 in the totality for the 237 farmers.
Meanwhile, as part of the restoration work at Brighton Beach, Cabinet also agreed to buy 6 picnic tables and table sets to increase seating capacity. According to Dr. Gonsalves, the government intends to rebuild the structure and rebuild it better.
The Cabinet agreed to rebuild the structure and rebuild it better. It was at Brighton Salt Pond belonging to Mr. Elroy Huffles Archer, and to provide appropriate compensation. Already the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, he had undertaken to expand seating at that place, Brighton Salt Pond Beach, through the procurement of 6 picnic benches and table sets, which they're being currently being constructed, and they will be delivered. And that would be in addition.
And those are the local news stories. Continue watching on VC3 channel 114 to take in the regional and international news update, as well as the VC3 sports update.